The NerdPoint Show, here to talk about Deadpool 2, Han Solo. Dillon's joined me. So, let's jump into it, dude. Deadpool 2 is going to be here Thursday.
Thursday. I didn't know. I forgot. I spaced it.
It's all good. Hiccups in life.
Yeah, it happens.
Who's the villain? It can't be Cable.
No, Cable's not the real villain. Cable. They're gonna do like a cool Batman versus Superman thing where like real threat shows up, they team up, blah blah blah. Like that's how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
But, that's the fun thing about this movie is like part of it'll be predictable, part of it will also just be a lot of fun, and we won't know what's gonna happen.
I think that's how they're doing the trailers for sure. Like you have no clue what's going on. They've said jokes are changing. Like they put footage in there just for the trailers. They're keeping us guessing.
Yeah.
And they haven't shown us the real villain.
No, they probably won't. Honestly.
At some point, Ryan Reynolds just trolls us.
Yeah. No.
That's all.
I think he has so much fun that he doesn't even have to tell us anything about the movie. It's just fun.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
He probably doesn't even know what goes on in the movie. He probably just filmed it and had fun, and then walked off set. Was like, all right, bye. Just,
hey, I'm here. Can I say the most ridiculous shit ever?
Yeah.
My mom didn't know who Deadpool was.
That's funny.
Or even the movie, really. And I had to describe it to her.
And it's hard, it's hard explaining that to
How do you describe that movie?
To someone who's older than
40?
Yeah, older than 40. People won't
maybe
get it.
Maybe even 35?
That's what I was thinking, 35, 40. Even 35-year-olds get it. But people over 40 definitely are they don't exactly know. Even my dad at first didn't really understand it, and then he loves it now.
How do you explain the masturbation scene with the baby hand? How do you explain that to an adult? Not that I'm not an adult, but
a grown-ass person.
Yeah, somebody that dyes their hair so they're not gray.
Yeah. Zatanna said.
It was hard. You know how I broke it down? You ready? If Van Wilder had superpowers.
That's extreme. That's really accurate, actually.
Just imagine Van Wilder had superpowers, and that is the movie.
That's fair. That'd be awesome if they made some type of Van Wilder joke.
Oh, dude.
That's the one thing that's missing.
That's his all-time movie, other than Deadpool.
Exactly. They need to. That would be a good. That'd be a good set of jokes to have. It's Van Wilder jokes.
There's that one romantic comedy that he does, but.
What?
Yeah, it's one of his biggest movies where his daughter's mom dies and has to take care of her.
Oh, I was thinking of a different one. I was thinking of The Proposal.
I knew that's what you were thinking of. Sandra Bullock's.
Yeah, that one. That's good. The Proposal was good.
Okay. Anyways, I heard they were fucking on that movie.
Probably were.
Yeah, no, Deadpool 2. I gotta see it. We've been slacking on seeing these movies. I'm thinking Sunday. You free?
I might be. I might be going to Portland.
Okay.
But if I am, then hell yeah, let's do it.
Well, let me know on that one so we can get a review out, because I think this movie's going to be epic.
I think so too.
I don't think we know anything. I was telling you earlier, my theory is they've only shown us 2 acts. The third act has not even been featured in any trailer.
Yeah. Is it this one?
No.
Oh, well, that one's good too. I needed to know.
He needs to know the Ryan Reynolds movie about
the in-laws?
No. Something sad.
I don't think he's in a lot of sad stuff.
It's
I'm all the way back into 1990s, so I don't know what movie it is.
Now we're on this Ryan Reynolds. What? You should just ask Siri what the mushiest Ryan Reynolds.
Was it Blade Trinity?
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one. There's Waiting. Oh, Waiting would be a good one.
Waiting's so good.
That'd be a good set of jokes to
That's why I treat waiters really good.
Fireflies in the Garden?
No.
Definitely, maybe.
No.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
No. The Proposal. No.
I said that.
No. That's why.
And that's definitely not it.
No, it's not.
Dude, there's the change up.
I don't.
Which was good. The Voices was a weird movie.
I've never seen that.
Don't watch it. It's kind of weird.
What movie was it?
Oh, The Captive is fucking good. Really good movie. We went off on a tangent. It's my fault, but
God.
We'll figure
Anyways.
it out. Someone tell us, Someone let us
comment
know.
on it. So I think they only show us 2 acts in the trailer.
The first 2.
Yeah. We have no clue in the third, and there's the evidence that Juggernaut's in this.
There is evidence of it. I think it'd be cool. I think it's pretty much like guaranteed. Like nobody's confirmed it, but I see it happening.
I think the soundtrack that they accidentally released, like not even thinking about it, totally confirmed it. Like,
yeah, I guess so.
I mean, if not, that's a big troll too. Juggernaut. What is the Juggernaut? God, we need somebody else on this.
I got it.
Anyways, they say something like...
We don't need 3 people, we need 2.
No, we just need background people. The Juggernaut's coming, he's a Juggernaut, he's unstoppable. Those are the lyrics of the song.
Yeah.
And then that truck goes flying in the trailer. Like, what caused that to happen?
Right.
Everybody just accepted that a truck went flying.
I can't seem to get to the Deadpool 2.
Oh, no, you won't be. They fucked up. Like,
they fucked up and took it back out?
Yeah, the article's gone.
Oh, shit, okay.
Like, you can find it, like copies of it on Reddit and stuff.
Okay.
But, no, they messed up.
Fuck yeah.
They took all the content offline immediately.
I wonder if it was Ryan Reynolds again.
Oh, what does this button do?
Yeah.
Did you see that interview?
Oh, yeah. I've seen him explain that twice now. How, like, the test footage for Deadpool 1 was leaked.
Yeah.
He's like... And it's like, there's only 4 people who could have done it. And I know it was one of us. Like, he's one of them. He's like, I'm like 75% sure it wasn't me.
Yeah. Ooh, what does this button do?
Yeah. Like, oh. He's like, it was one of us, but...
Oh,
I love that. I bet it was him.
When it happened,
Or I bet all of them did it.
They were just like, let's do it.
Because that'd actually be a good way to say it. If all 4 of them, like the 4 people who could have done it, did it. And he's like, I'm 75% sure it wasn't me. It was the other 3, and then 25% was him. It's probably what happened.
What if they all, like, push the button at once?
I don't think...
all 4 fingers on the mouse click. Just like, pop!
I'm sure.
We're all guilty now.
Yeah, now we're all screwed.
We took a pact.
Yeah.
Blood oath.
Taking it to their graves.
I'm super psyched about that. But then there's the whole little, like, screen in the truck with Domino, and it literally is a red, heat signature of a huge person.
Oh. Yeah.
That looks like the Juggernaut from the...
So do you think he's the main villain?
No.
You just think he's a little side villain?
I think it goes back to somebody's casted as Dark Tom Cassidy. Stupid ass name. But has been a foe of Deadpool plenty.
Yeah.
And going from the first movie, what they did is they took very obscure characters and made them what they wanted. Mm-hmm. Like Negasonic Teenage Warhead did not have any of those powers in the comics.
She got hot.
Dude, she looks good in the next one.
Yeah.
Holy cat. How old is she?
I don't know. We'll find out.
I didn't like that. Ouch.
It's probably fine for me.
I hope... Never mind. I'm done talking about it.
I'll keep talking about it.
Anyways,
it's fine.
Yeah, they totally changed her powers. And I'm pretty sure Fox gave something to Disney to be able to do that.
Something like that, yeah.
Like a character.
Oh, she's a year older than me.
Okay, that's fine.
Fine.
I just don't like the little, like, bull piercing. I think they got rid of it.
I was torn. Okay, so audience. I just got my nose pierced, and I almost did that, a septum piercing, but I just opted for, like, just my left nostril.
Probably a good choice.
Probably a good choice, but, like, either way.
I probably would have made fun of you a lot.
I know, it's alright. I've already gotten a shit ton of jokes from Michael, my friend Michael.
Well, I know why you did it, so I'm not going to make fun of you for that.
Oh, no, Michael will do it.
But if you got the middle thing pierced, I would have been like...
You're like, I'm going to destroy your existence.
Yeah, good choice.
Anyways.
So Dark Tom Cassidy, obscure character that they can do plenty with, maybe change his powers. I guess he can empower wood objects. That's his power.
Oh, that'd be a really good Green Lantern joke. They could so throw a good Green Lantern joke in there.
I heard that there's plenty.
Oh, really?
Yes. Nice. One of the deleted scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Might have a joke.
About Green Lantern?
Maybe. I mean, they did do the Deadpool joke with the whole slicing the bullet in half.
Yeah. The original, like, the X-Men Origins joke. And it's funny because they make jokes about the fact that he's gotten older since then. Like, he, like, missed some of the bullets. He's like, oh, I'm not as fast as I used to be, or whatever he said.
Yeah.
It's just more jokes about, like, you know, he's not... He doesn't really look any older or younger in both those movies, to be honest.
Well,
it's Ryan Reynolds.
Fuck him.
Honestly. Like, I want to know the year gap, like the gap in, like...
My big thing is they never necessarily... They kind of follow the first act of Wolverine.
Oh, 9 years apart. Almost 10 years, and he looks no different.
No, not at all. He takes care of himself.
Yeah.
Unlike some of us.
Yeah. Me included.
But
I feel 50 when I'm 20.
I feel like they took the first act of Wolverine Origins, and then made a movie. Instead of him becoming Weapon X. And then, spoiler, skip ahead 2 minutes if you don't want to know this. I ruined it for myself. There's a post-credit scene where he goes back and kills Weapon 11.
Himself,
and then states, gotta fix the timeline. So that never happened. Like, I think it... man, they're just doing a great job with this. I started going off on something that I couldn't finish.
I'd love it if... So really, the spoiler was like 30 seconds is what you needed to skip, not 2 minutes, but...
Just in case.
I would love if they did the belt, like his teleportation belt and like shit like that from the comics, because... I don't know, that's like a big part of it for me. Like, I love when they like do the most accurate thing they can. And I definitely feel like the first movie wasn't super accurate, but there's also like the origin story thing. But like, we just don't hear a lot about a Deadpool origin. Like, so I want it to be like the most comic accurate Deadpool we can get.
Yeah, they were pretty close.
They were close. I mean, like, I just need a couple more things.
I don't know too much about Deadpool.
I mean, like, I also think that like they definitely don't need to fix up the budget now, so they don't have to like make up bullshit like, oh, he forgot his guns in the taxi, like before.
That's
God,
nice.
That was so dumb.
It was funny though.
It was funny. It's another joke referencing itself. It's just so fucking dumb. I wanted more explosions.
The movie, the first one was so good because it was so meta.
Yeah, it's true. This one they can go over the top. I feel like this one's gonna have a more serious story though.
I do too. It's about a kid, but I don't think that's how it ends. I think how it ends is Deadpool and Cable team up to save this kid from Dark Cassidy and Juggernaut in the third act, so that the future doesn't happen the way Cable is scared of. And Cable is freaking out, and the only way to like fix the future is just kill this kid instead of defeating the villains.
I'm really excited for Josh Brolin as Cable. Just so they can make Thanos jokes.
I hope they leave the Thanos joke in there.
I hope that one gets left in there.
The DC Universe one is not getting left in there.
I wish, dude. That'd be so cool if they could reference that.
There's no way. If they do,
like, they have to keep one of them. Like, oh, the one about him digitally removing a mustache, or the Because they did that CGI joke with Cable's arm in the trailer. They probably won't.
Well, yeah.
Because that was purely a trailer thing, which was funny.
Yeah, they're not throwing that. Look at his green arm. Now it's metal.
Not in the movie, yeah. But you never know. This movie, they can literally do anything they want in this movie.
That's who Deadpool is.
Exactly. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if they, like, act like they're cutting the scene and, like, there's a camera crew. But there's also the actual camera crew filming the camera crew, like, making another fourth wall break joke. Like,
you mean a fourth wall break and fourth wall break?
Yeah, in a way.
That makes it a 16th wall break?
That's like 16 walls. He made that joke in the first one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Such a good movie.
And there's how many post-credit scenes? Like 4?
4.
And there was one, the deleted one you referred to.
Yep. So, no spoiler here, I guess. I guess they had to delete a post-credit scene that has Deadpool travel back in time. And he's in a newborn ward.
Oh, yeah.
And he's standing next to a crate or whatever, a bin that has a Hitler.
A baby Hitler.
Put on, well, yeah, a newborn.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And he contemplates for a good, few seconds, like, what should I do?
What do I do here? Like, I got a tiny baby Hitler in front of me.
And he says something like, you better thank me, Ira. Or Ira.
Jesus.
And I think that he was being racist there, because that's just a generic Jew name.
It happens. What can you do?
But they had to cut it, because I guess once he starts to go for it, it cuts to the baby's vision.
Oh, yeah.
Of getting strangled by Deadpool. So, but X-Force is in full. That's going to be Fox's last movie, I think. I think X-Force might be their last Marvel movie.
I could see it. Actually, no, they have plans for another, I thought.
Dark Phoenix is coming out soon.
Oh, yeah.
It's I think
Whatever
it's
happened
done.
with New Mutants?
That's coming out.
Okay.
First ever horror.
I think that's supposed to be like their saving grace, but I don't think it's going to pan out that way.
I heard they went back to reshoots for the New Mutants to make it 100% horror.
Weird.
Yeah, like we were talking about it earlier, or I was at least. Horror is killing it right now.
Yeah.
Like, people behind horror movies are doing a great job.
Especially, like, people who conventionally don't, like, do that kind of movie. They get a new take on it, like John Krasinski did A Quiet Place. He hated scary movies, and he wasn't good with them, but, like, he made a really good one. And, like, the reason being is, like, he took a different approach with it.
Yeah, I mean, James Wan, he the Conjuring, like, universe that he created, yeah. I think there's, like, 5 movies at this point.
Yeah.
Annabelle.
I've seen a few, and they're pretty good.
Well, and now he's doing Aquaman.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
I heard it's underwater Star Wars.
I know.
That's in the fight scenes.
That's what I want.
That sounds pretty dope to me. I
think it's better. What else you got there?
Alright. Who's Peter W? Peter W has to be something. If he doesn't just die like some like joke, like, whoops, there's no way.
I think he's going to get revealed at the very end to be something cool, but I don't know, I'm not too interested in him, I guess. I don't know. Like, he's funny. I like how they used him in the trailers.
Yeah, definitely. The headshot, that's something that I noticed, was when Deadpool's holding his headshot, he is in a black suit and tie, like a man in black.
Oh, yeah. I see where you're going with that.
Peter Wisdom, who, that's the speculation online, who he is.
Yeah.
Is a CIA spy. And he leads the X-Force at one point.
I could see that. I like that they're introducing X-Force into this.
Yeah. And I love the joke, isn't that a little derivative?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
You got me. But I think Peter W is going to be something bigger. Like,
probably.
If not, it's going to be the ultimate troll ever.
Yeah, or that. Either way, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I've never... The people that were like, oh my god, Deadpool 2 is not gonna actually do it good, and there's so many issues in it.
They're all full of shit.
Like, do we just live in a society that hopes for horrible shit because it's more fun?
I mean, yeah.
Like, it's almost like the internet would rather Deadpool 2 suck than be good and have enjoyment so that they can have hatred.
Oh, you mean people want to do awful things, like make something bad of a good thing? Reminds me of the people we date.
Oh, God.
You know our type.
Or, the DC universe, where people just condemn those movies.
I love the ongoing joke when, like, there was this... It was a meme. It was like, I don't like DC movies. They're too dark. And someone's like, but that's the tone of the film, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, the film is literally too dark. I can't see shit on the screen.
They gotta get rid of...
I thought that was hilarious, but I like it.
That was one of my favorite things Joss did, though. He got rid of the filter.
I liked it. The only concern I had was when I did see Batman vs. Superman the first time, I did have a little trouble seeing some scenes in the theater. But also that kind of added to the effect of it for me.
Oh, Zack Snyder's good at what he does, but I loved seeing him in Boy Scout blue.
Yeah, I did too.
Not that navy. He was in that fucking true blue.
It's true. Yeah.
And then when that flash scene with where he saves a truck and and then Superman saves the building.
Yeah.
It was just like so like the 12-year-old that
it was like straight out of a Justice League Unlimited episode. Like, yeah. It was hilarious.
Like, I wish honestly that I could have seen both those movies.
Yeah.
Like Joss's and then Zach's. Like they probably would have been so good both on their own.
We need to talk about that sometime. It's like all the stuff Zack Snyder's been posting.
Dude, he's so bitter.
Oh, he's not only bitter, but he's also kind of like, he's come to terms with it in a way, but he's been like putting shit out there being like, hey, the world deserves to know this.
Yeah, he's grieving. He's grieving.
Yeah.
Obviously not over his movie. No. And I don't know. Zach tried to do his best, and I appreciate the movies that he did put out.
I think this still would have been a really good movie.
I think that either a full Joss or a full Zach would have been better than what we got.
I can agree with that.
But I love it for what it was with what we got. Like, the situation in a whole, what we got was probably the best thing we could have got.
I guess so. Like, based on the circumstances.
Yeah, like, what do you expect when two different chefs have their hand in the pot?
Yeah, that's true.
And then they're not even, like, similar chefs.
No, it's not like the Coen brothers doing a movie together and it flows really well, makes sense. Like, it's two different directors.
That have two different mindsets of who these characters are. Like, I heard there was supposed to be more for the Superman arc.
Probably.
Alright. Yeah, DC nerds.
Yeah, we geeked out for...
Who's in the parachute? Deadpool 2, back to it.
Empty parachute.
Empty parachute. Who's in it?
I don't know. I'm going to go pee. You talk about it for a sec, okay? I have no theory on the empty parachute.
Okay.
Well,
so,
kind of, but I'll pee.
Right now, on the internet, there's videos out there that show this empty parachute in between Domino and I want to say Bill Skarsgård's character. And there's a lot of rumors that they went out there and digitally edited someone out. And you can definitely see in the trailer when they all jump from the plane, there's a parachute that has the same drop flow as like somebody that as the rest of them and in formation. And it really looks like they digitally edited somebody out. I just want to know who it is. Like, I read some early reviews, spoilers, like the review said cameos. not cameo. I already firmly believe that the cameo of the Juggernaut will happen. The song made that really evident. But who's the other cameo? I got, I think, 3 theories right now. There's somebody invisible, which that would be cool. But wouldn't that be kind of just an easy way to, like, how does the invisible person get beaten? He's invisible. You can't see him. Like, that would be an easy plot. Like, it would be too easy of a device to use in the story, or it'd be a huge plot hole if you made one of the mutants invisible. Because, oh, turn invisible, go save the kid. You have to have another mutant that comes in that can detect that one.
They probably just edited someone out.
I really do. I don't know who that mutant is. I think it's actually more of a prominent one. Maybe it's Nega.
Yeah.
Just so you don't know she's in the final act.
Yeah. I mean, it could just be someone they didn't want us to see.
I still have hopes that it's Wolverine. I really, really have high hopes.
I'd hope for it. I just don't think it's happening.
We watched that interview, though. Hugh Jackman was playing coy as hell.
Yeah, but that was, like, after the movie was, like, already pretty much, like, finished up and, like...
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm saying he was playing coy for a reason.
Oh, he didn't say yes or no because he might have already been in it.
And
Maybe.
he was doing a Ryan Reynolds thing, who is one of his best friends.
That's a good point.
Called out Blake and the fam. Literally his words.
Yeah, that's a good point. I just don't see it happening.
And then makes a joke like, you coming on too strong. It ain't sexy.
Make me want it.
Make me want it. And it would just be such... How we agreed that this movie is a troll. Like, at any point, they try and troll us. So, do you not think Ryan Reynolds' friend would troll us?
I don't know. It'd be cool if they brought him into the X-Force movie.
Definitely. Like the post-credit scene that we talked about.
Yeah.
Makes that all kind of happen.
They grab him from, like, back in time or some shit.
Dude looks good.
Yeah.
Like...
Somehow he hasn't aged either. What's with these fucking celebrities? I'm over here looking like a potato.
A potato. So, I think that it's going to be some random... I'm not going to get my hopes set up on Wolverine. I think it's going to be some random X-Men they don't want us to know.
Yeah.
Just, that's it. Like, little secret. But I think, ultimately, one of the Professor X's show up. I think that's the second cameo, when it comes down to it.
Could be.
Like, because we saw him spinning in the chair in the expansion.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, it's like, if he's in the chair, where's Professor X?
Right? I think it's Professor X, and I think it's going to be... I bet you it's McAvoy.
I could see it being McAvoy.
Because right now he just shaved his head for Glass.
Yeah.
Which... how are we talking about
Patrick
Glass?
Stewart completely retired from it.
Nope.
He didn't?
Totally okay come back for Legion.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, he's more than he's talked about it. He'd be willing to.
Wow, okay.
So, Legion is connected to the X-Men universe.
Interesting, okay.
Which, if you guys aren't watching Legion, you're missing out. Dillon's missing out right now.
Well, if that's the case, then it'd have to be... I guess it wouldn't have to be, but it has to be Patrick Stewart. Unless they did more time travel shit.
Well, it doesn't have to be. Like, it's just a different actor.
They're so far apart in age, though. I'm talking, like, timeline-wise.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Like, I'm talking age-wise.
Well, they never talk about when Legion is placed.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I don't think they really talk about when Deadpool's placed. I think it's actually placed in the early 2000s.
Really?
Like, if you think about it.
Well, they have new cars and shit.
Oh. Yeah, but it's cheaper that way.
They had iPhones. Did they have iPhones?
I'm
pretty sure.
They were never specific on when.
Wait a minute. When
Deadpool was. And they make the joke that in the first one, is it McAvoy or Stewart that I'm going to go see?
I'd see McAvoy.
No, like Deadpool makes that joke when Colossus is like, we're going to go see the professor. Yeah. McAvoy or Stewart?
Yeah, that's funny, actually. I remember that.
So, wouldn't it be a great callback if McAvoy
to the first one, yeah.
But McAvoy shows up and he calls him Stewart?
Yeah, that'd be good.
How you doing, Stewart?
I'm trying to figure out when this shit takes place.
I think they do McAvoy, though, in that. But I think James Stewart is totally down to come back for Legion.
Patrick Stewart?
Patrick. James Stewart. Is that a name?
Nope.
Just projecting myself. So
just throwing yourself in there.
I think that ultimately that
you're like, hey Fox, heads up.
that Patrick's. I think it's going to be a Professor X cameo.
Guess that'd be cool.
I think it's going to be Juggernaut and Professor X.
The girl who plays Vanessa wants to play Catwoman or Poison Ivy in the DC universe.
Dude, I saw that Catwoman picture that somebody made of her.
Oh yeah, it'd be good.
Holy cow!
And it'd be really cool because she plays Dr. Leslie Tompkins on Gotham.
Yeah.
And then this, she's in Deadpool.
You know it's the final season, right?
5th season, yeah.
Final.
5th season.
5th and final.
Yeah, it's crazy. I thought it'd go on for like 8 at least.
Not getting very good reviews.
I know, which is weird because they're doing really good shit on it.
Yeah, Fox has given them kind of a mercy season.
Yeah, honestly.
Like, they would have canceled it if it wasn't Batman.
Yeah.
Like,
if it wasn't getting the ratings, or if it wasn't getting the views just purely based on it's a Batman story.
Like, it was just barely getting by, and most shows would get canceled.
Yeah.
But they know the backlash.
They were doing really good shit, though.
The whole 5th season's going to be about him getting the cowl on.
Yeah.
Like,
I would love if they did a time jump 5th season.
Yeah, but
or like at least in the last episode.
That's hard. Then yeah, he's doing such good. That'd be such a slate to him.
Oh, it would.
The kid that
but like he's too young still.
I know.
They could like CGI the fuck out of him.
Maybe. That's a hard one. He should be Damien.
Honestly, he was down for it.
I know. That's why I brought it up.
Anyways,
last thing about Deadpool 2. Do we get the black suit? I think it's Ash.
I think that the suit's the black X-Force suit or the gray X-Force suit. We've seen like there's like literally there's fucking pictures of the costume shop that they have, the racks of his costumes, and there's gray ones.
All right.
I'm pretty sure we get the suit.
I haven't seen that.
I'll show you.
But I just always assumed that it would be Ash from the other character. The one that the Firestarter, or I forget what they're calling him.
Yeah, I'm forgetting.
The one that they're trying to save. I thought he was going to blow up a building, and then Deadpool still tries to save him. Something like that, and his suit just gets covered in ash. But I'm always down for new suits. Please.
I love new suits.
Please and thank you. Like, accurate comic ones, like, so disappointed that we didn't even get to see. There they are.
There they are. It's our boy.
You think he steals the gray one this time?
Oh, he's stealing everything he can. Fucking Chris Hemsworth has 5 Thor hammers.
Holy crap.
Yeah, he has 5 Thor
You
hammers.
just gotta walk off set with one,
yeah.
Just like throw it up there like no big deal, and you just continue walking, and nobody wants to say anything because you're Thor.
He has one in the bathroom in his house.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I would have one in my bathroom.
He's like, people spend a lot of time in there. He's like, I'm not sure if it's the food I'm giving them or if they're just kind of staring at the hammer.
I bet you they're playing with the
yeah.
hammer. Like spinning around, like, now I can fly.
Apparently it's really heavy. Like, all the hammers are really heavy. He tried to steal one from Infinity War. For spoilers for Infinity War, in case no one has seen it. He gets like an axe hammer, Stormbreaker, whatever.
If you haven't seen this shit,
Yeah, if you
I
haven't
don't
seen
care.
it, it's your fault.
Yeah, that's on you at this point. Like, this is the culmination of 10 years.
Yeah, it's past the date they said to stay silent.
But Stormbreaker.
He tried to take one of those, and they knew what he was up to, because he had stolen 5 fucking hammers, so they're like, no.
No.
I bet he snuck something, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I bet you he hates putting the wig back on.
Oh, he's gonna have to, yeah, for
He
Avengers.
has to.
Or he has for Avengers 4, because they filmed them at, like, the same time.
And, it's totally a time travel movie.
Yeah, definitely is.
Alright.
Sorry.
So, Deadpool 2.
Also, it's going to be a time travel movie.
Also, well, might as well.
Yeah.
I think that's a troll on time travel movies.
Probably.
Like,
Probably make some shitty reference about, like, oh, that's not going to fuck with the space-time continuum, or just some bullshit. Make a Marty McFly joke.
or Days of Future Past joke.
Right.
Like, oh, every movie has time travel now. So ultimately, black suit. I saw that.
It's actually gray.
Gray, whatever.
It's like, it's kind of supposed to be like, sometimes it's supposed to be white, but it's like gray.
I can't wait, man. Deadpool 2. We maybe gotta go see it. I think we should go see it Sunday.
Okay.
So how many katanas?
I think it's gonna be like out of how many?
5 out. It's gonna be a 5. There's no way they miss.
I'll be like a 3.5 or 4 out of 5.
Like, that's the expectation.
Yeah. You gotta expect it to be good. I don't think it's gonna wow me.
I think it's gonna be better than the first one.
It'll probably be better than the first one.
So, oh god, I just lost what I was gonna ask about Avengers 4.
Oh, well, last thing.
Okay.
He said that, Ryan Reynolds said that Deadpool 3 probably won't happen after X-Force.
I saw that. Because there's nowhere to go with it. He's a supporting character at that point.
Yeah.
He makes things more fun. He can't be the main.
Yeah.
Because
and it's funny because Deadpool 3 got confirmed and, like, greenlit.
Well...
But they're probably just not going to do it now. Which is fine.
Honestly,
you don't want
he's
to beat a dead horse.
realistic, too.
Yeah, you don't want to beat a dead horse.
And Marvel's or Disney's buying Fox.
Yeah, they bought Fox.
No, well, now...
It's the deal's almost done.
Comcast threw in a whole cash deal.
Oh, shit.
Like, nothing but cash.
Jesus.
Yeah, so nothing's in cement about that shit. Okay, real quick, now that we talked about some time travel, Avengers 4, after. Thanos is going to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the next villain?
For, like, the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah.
Honestly, what I think they're going to do is they're going to stop doing a lot of the team-up movies. I think they're going to start doing, like, separate movies. And then for the... Because they haven't really confirmed an Avengers 5.
No, but...
And, like, I don't think it'll happen.
So, when they go into Phase 4...
If they do, it'll be, like, a new Avengers movie. Like, the new Avengers.
Right. But do they do it... Do they try and replicate what they just did with Phase 1 through 3?
What do you mean?
Where there's an overarching threat that they build to.
But who would they do?
That's the question.
They could do Death.
Yeah, I don't like Death.
I don't really either, but they could do it.
What's not...
Stanley.
It's not Colossus.
Stanley's the villain.
Right. God, what's the big purple guy?
Thanos?
No. Oh, God. I just realized that.
I was like, what?
Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four villain. He was the villain in...
That movie.
Fantastic Four. The big cloud thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's not Colossus, but it starts with a C.
Let's find out.
Everybody's screaming at us right now.
Mm-hmm. Because
it is, like, a huge character. It's either him, Galactus.
Fuck. That was the villain? I do not remember that movie.
No. They made him a huge cloud thing that was just going to suck the Earth in. There was no Galactus. They fucked it up. Go figure. Fantastic Four fucking something up.
They did fuck it up.
Go figure.
That's why. Honestly, it's been so long since I've seen that movie anyways. But, yeah, they fucked it up. That would be a good villain.
Because I heard Disney does have the rights to Galactus right now.
Weird.
But, maybe that was the...
That would be a good story arc to have, like, a new Avengers team.
I think that's what they traded for Negasonic.
Oh, that would make sense.
Like, the rights to Galactus.
Yeah, because they weren't going to do anything with it over at Marvel. Like,
they
cinematic.
Fucked the Fantastic Four up. Like, they can't go back to that shit. No. They might as well sell it back to Marvel.
Galactus would be a good one. I forgot. That's the villain completely.
Okay, and then my second one is King. King the Conqueror. And he's all about time travel.
I guess. I don't really like him.
I don't either. But
I don't see him as a big overarching villain.
He had an arc in the animated series that they just did.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a really good one. Like, you're opening up time travel. So now you're going to fuck with time travel and you're going to create this bigger villain. Even though you defeated Thanos. Now King's out there. I don't know. I can see it just working. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm trying to look at...
If you're looking at storylines, or like maybe Thanos' battle wakes up Galactus. And he's one of the original, like, beings.
Yeah.
And, like, the most powerful one, like, Ego. And so then that becomes an overarching thing where he's disappointed with how the universe became.
Centennials.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
And he looks like one. Huge and shit.
Yeah.
But I think that's the only two ways you go.
I feel like the only thing, like, you can do is, like, a big villain.
Oh, yeah. But the formula worked the first time. Yeah. Wouldn't you do it again?
I guess so. Honestly, Ultron was a pretty good villain for them to do.
Yeah, I liked how they made him a little smaller, though.
They did.
Like, I'm talking about the villain that they fight in the sixth Avenger movie.
I don't think they're going to do, like, I think they're going to stop after this fifth one. Like, I think they're going to do a fifth one, which is a new Avengers movie. Like, a new team, pretty much. Like, honestly, at this point, Tony and Cap will probably be gone. We'll have a new Cap, probably. You know what? Honestly, Sebastian Stan came out and said that he didn't really see that happening.
Yeah, but
I'm sure it will.
He wants it. I've heard him say he wants it.
He's like, I'd love to do it. I don't think they're gonna. But main point is I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna have a new team.
Doctor Strange leading?
Probably Doctor Strange or Black Panther. I could see it being Doctor Strange more.
I can see it being Black Panther, but I think he has a country to deal with.
Yeah. Probably he'd be the leader in the movie, but, like, while he's not acting as leader, like, during the big fight or whatever, it's going to be Doctor Strange.
Like new Tony and new Cap?
Yeah, kind of that deal. Or, like, honestly, I'd love if they had Bucky lead the team. But I don't think they'd do
There's a lot in, like, comics and stuff where
just doesn't work with
Bucky ends up...
He deals with, like, he's talked about being, like, if his version of Captain America would be very different. It'd be dark, he'd be grieving, he'd have this, like, thing to live up to. And it's really interesting. Well, I would love it if they did it years later and Spider-Man was leading.
I've never seen Spider-Man as the leader.
But he could.
I guess.
There's been times, like, I'm talking when he's, like, 25, some shit like that. And they can technically do that kind of time jump.
He is the strongest.
He is the strongest. Like, it'd be good. I don't know. I think maybe Black Widow could, but, like, I don't think she'd be the leader. No. Scarlet Witch.
No. I think you get either Doctor Strange, Black Panther, or that's about it.
I would love if Thor was, but Thor just wouldn't.
Yeah. Oh, man. I was having a conversation with somebody in my family over Mother's Day. And saw Infinity Wars, right?
Yeah.
And it gave me an insight of, like, what the average moviegoer goes in thinking.
Yeah.
And it's so weird. Like, I start talking about, like, spoiler alert again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm not saying it for the Avengers anymore. If you haven't seen it, that's on you. Get off.
Yeah.
The Russo brothers came out and explained why he didn't go for the head or the arm.
Yeah, he wanted revenge. He wanted him to know he did it.
And I go, Thor's such a child.
Yeah.
Like, really, isn't he?
Well,
He's a child, even though he's lived 1,000 years.
Yeah, but, like, here's the deal. That's just him being, like, a big man and, like, trying to, like, show off, whereas, like, it doesn't mean he can't lead. Like, he technically leads Asgard.
Oh, that's, but I had a little bit more here.
Okay.
He goes, what do you mean he's a child? He's 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, he acts like a child. A child needs that to be known. Like, a mature somebody that doesn't have issues would just kill somebody and know for themselves. But he had to let Thanos know that I got my revenge.
Yeah.
To make himself feel good.
I guess so.
And that's a really immature thing to do.
I'd do it.
You're 20.
I'd do it.
You're
Fuck
20. You're helping my argument here, Dillon.
No, I get it. I'm just saying, like, I'd do it.
So, and he was just like, no. Like, he's 1,000 years old. What do you mean he's a child? Like, he's so, like, he doesn't even know, like, he hasn't paid attention.
I guess so.
Like, 1,000 years to an Asgardian's like 20.
Yeah.
Thor's like 20.
I'd say I'd say he's probably the age he looks.
Okay,
Like,
fine.
That's
but
fair. Like, he looks like he's 30 something.
But he also has, like, another 10,000 years to fucking live.
That's true.
So there's no need to get that maturity.
No, I'm agreeing. I'm just saying.
No,
like,
yeah. But it was just like, that this family member did not understand at all. And it was like taking offense. And it's just like, man. God, I don't know. I enjoy watching movies with you.
Yeah, because I understand shit.
Like, you don't just watch them. You
And then,
look
like,
into the, like, you listen, like, you get into them.
I'm a film student. That's what we do.
Yeah, I'm not. Okay, so let's get to the Solo movie, though.
Okay.
That's going to be the big one. They sandbagged the fuck out of us, right?
Oh, yeah, no. They set the movie up to sound like a complete failure, but it's going to do really well.
It looks great.
It looks really good. Like, and the thing is, Harrison Ford was asked in an interview, are you excited to watch the Han Solo movie as a fan and not as Han Solo? And he's like, not really.
Dude,
he's so sick of the character. He's so sick of that franchise.
Why, though?
He lived it for years.
I get it, but
I get it.
look how he lives.
I get it.
Like, I don't know.
He's done a lot of shit. Like, they didn't make 14 Indiana Jones movies. I mean, they kind of did. But, like...
They made 4.
Yeah. That's 4
and
too
one
many.
to come.
Ugh.
5. God. They better fucking
That John
kill him.
Mulaney joke. Didn't want to ruin Indiana Jones 5. Oh, that's funny. What if they actually have Hitler in Indiana Jones 5?
Oh. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, they should do a Disney one.
A Disney what?
So they find Walt Disney has actually been, like, unfrozen from cryogenic, like, sleep. And Walt Disney, or Indiana Jones has to run through Disneyland to find all the secrets and kill Walt Disney again.
If you ever say some shit like that again, I'm quitting.
You know that's a theory, right? He had himself frozen.
Oh, I'm gonna fight someone. The next person to tell me that, I'm fighting them. God, please let it be someone I want to fight.
Dude, conspiracy theory time. Walt Disney was a really fucked up person, actually. Did you know that?
Yeah. He was a weird fucking dude.
And the ghost of Walt Disney, I think, is rumored to live above. He turns on the office light of his old office all the time.
I bet that thing's just on a switch.
Oh, I'm sure. But still. Have you seen the Family Guy episode?
Mm-mm.
They put his frozen head on spider legs, and he goes out and kills Puerto Rican children.
Oh, Family Guy, you never cease to do the weirdest fucking thing you can. It's a show I love and hate at the same. I think I love to hate that show.
It's so great. You know what show I love to hate, but actually love? Teen Titans Go.
Oh, Teen Titans! I missed the old Teen Titans.
We're gonna go see Teen Titans Go to the movies.
Yeah, but the whole time I'm just gonna say Teen Titans was better.
See, and that's the issue here. You can't get over that. We all agree about that. But this is what we got.
It's not what I want.
Smoke some weed and laugh.
No, I refuse. What I'm saying is there's tons of situations in life where I don't get what I want, okay?
And you're not getting your Teen Titans.
No, I'm not. But I get Titans, which is almost as good.
That's coming up. But
solo movie.
Sandbag the shit out of us.
Yeah, no, that movie they set up to be bad, but it's going to be good as shit.
Lando.
Do
you think they do a Lando movie?
So here's a good theory we have going on. I'd love it if they did a Han Solo movie, a Lando movie, and then like a team-up movie with the both of them playing very equal parts in the movie, and they make it very much like a trilogy of like, you know, Space Boys.
Space Boys, like the Smugglers.
Yeah,
like
sure.
A trilogy of smugglers.
Something like that. Like, I'd love for that to happen.
And find out what kind of got Han Solo where he was when he met Luke and he was willing to just, like, shoot somebody without, like, a blink of the eye.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he didn't shoot first or anything.
Yeah, but he was just like, fuck it.
He shot first.
Yeah.
You don't want to ask Harrison Ford that question. He'll tell you, go fuck off.
Oh, Harrison.
Did you know that?
What?
Like, he basically tells you to go fuck off if you ask him.
Ask him what?
If he shot first.
In what? Like...
The bar scene.
Oh, yeah.
With Greedo?
Yeah. Fuck off.
He literally tells people to fuck off because he does not care. Like, did you shoot first?
He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, because... The long-standing rumor is he shot first in the bar scene, and then it was changed in the new special releases.
Oh.
Like when they went back and redid it and added microphones for the guns.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking South Park.
Oh boy. Solo movie.
But I'm super psyched about getting to know Han Solo.
Like, yeah, I like an origin film.
Luke was always my favorite. Like, it was what it was. He was the guy with the lightsaber.
Yeah, I think as a kid, like, you think, like, oh, Luke's the coolest. He's the Jedi. He has the lightsaber. He's got the cool fucking laser sword. But, like, growing up, you're like, nah, Han Solo makes more sense.
I'm just excited to get to know the character. Like, how did he become the scoundrel?
I like it. I'm excited.
I do too. And I don't know why anybody was like, this movie's gonna suck. Oh, I guess the director switch.
I understand why people think it's gonna suck. People are very weary of spin-offs.
Rogue One?
I would almost count that as like a 0.5. Like,
but it was a spin-off.
Yeah, but it still really played into... It didn't focus on a specific character spin-off. It was a spin-off in the sense that it was still part of this story.
Okay. This is a spin-off...
focusing on a character and how they got somewhere.
Yeah.
And people are very weary of it. But also the same fan base that says this is going to suck also really wants a Kenobi movie, which I do. I want one. But they need to relax.
Dude,
if this movie does well, We might get a Kenobi movie.
Ewan McGregor, again, he wants to.
He wants to. Like, what the fuck are they waiting for?
I don't know. Like, they better fucking do a Kenobi movie before Boba Fett.
I don't know.
I'm not that interested in Boba Fett. I got my fill in Rebels. They're doing a whole Mandalorian, like, thing.
Yeah, I guess I do want a Kenobi movie before that.
I don't give a fuck about Boba Fett. He has a grudge against Han Solo. Make it the third movie, where Boba Fett goes hunting after Lando and Han.
You want to know what would be cool if they could eventually do it?
What?
Movies between episode 6 and 7. Between those 30 years that passed.
So that they're exploring that. That's the rumored one of the next. No, that's John Favreau.
Favreau?
Yeah, guy that directed Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
And Jungle Book.
Yeah.
His live action Star Wars is set in that time.
Okay.
Between 6 and 7.
Okay.
Yep.
So who it's focusing on?
I think it's like everybody, like
just like Rogue One, kind of. Just like what's happening between.
And then Luke or Mark Hamill fucked up.
What'd he do?
He was talking in an interview and said something about C-3POs and Han Solo.
In what?
What?
Oh, C-3PO is in Han Solo? Oh.
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
I'm okay. C-3PO is fucking annoying in a good way.
Yeah. He's no Jar Jar.
Never tell me the odds. But,
yeah. Never tell me the odds. I love it.
I think Paul Bettany's character, though, is maybe an intro to Boba Fett. What if we get Boba Fett in this movie?
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
So in the trailer you can see armor from a Mandalorian in the background of the office of Paul Bettany's character.
Mm-hmm.
Which he got added once Ron Howard came on.
Yeah, so they definitely changed up the story a little.
I've heard it's a lot.
I could see it.
And I think the fact that Disney and Lucasfilms shelled out a whole bunch of fucking money to get Ron Howard.
Probably.
Like, Richie Cunningham.
I have to see this.
Motherfucking Richie Cunningham to the rescue. Happy days. You know that?
What?
Ron Howard? Where he started?
Happy Days?
Yeah. That is so crazy.
It happens.
Like,
I was just watching the Friends episode where Phoebe's doctor loves Fonzie.
Hey.
He's like, also, I love Fonzie.
God.
Oh, I rewatched season 2 of Riverdale, like, up until now, and I remember they tell you what Jughead Jones's real name is.
What is it?
Well, his dad's is Forsyth Pendleton Jones. But Jug is Forsyth Pendleton Jones III. That's where FP gets the name FP. So they all have nicknames because Forsyth is kind of a fucked up name. Little Riverdale snippet for you.
That's an awful name.
I like it. I think it's kind of cool. Maybe not the Pendleton part, but like Forsyth? Fuck yeah, that's cool. Anyways, sorry, go ahead.
I think Paul Bettany's character is going to end up being a Mandalorian.
I could see it.
And
I'm leaning more towards that than anything else.
And then Boba Fett's going to be somebody that's on his side.
I'd love it if they just made it like a small little thing, like a reference to him almost. Like he shows up, but he's not like super active.
Like it's not part of one of the acts.
Yeah.
At the end,
he just shows up.
Like at the end, if there's like a battle at the end, he goes, "Boba Fett, get him!"
Yeah.
Like
just something like that.
And then Han Solo bests him. So then
not even that. I just love it if they reference him. Like he shows up, but he like plays literally no fucking part in it. I love that. I just love that. I think that'd be cool because it sets it up. Oh yeah.
My dog's snoring. I think that would be a really good callback to how he was introduced originally. He didn't even have a line in Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, yeah, he didn't. That's fucking funny. I remember that.
And he became this huge thing.
That would be funny. I forgot about that. That would be.
Like, you just see Boba Fett watching.
Yeah.
Like, not coming to the dude's aid. And then...
He doesn't have a line. That'd be good. That would be good, yeah.
Oh. But, I don't know. I want to see Boba Fett in it. Mandalorians really interest me after watching Rebels.
Yeah, they're cool.
And then there's a new animated series coming out.
Yeah.
And I think it's between right before episode 7.
Right before. Oh, yeah.
BB-8 and Poe are going to be very, very, featured.
Okay.
So we're getting basically a Poe Dameron show, I think.
That'd be cool. I mean...
I've said it. Poe's that's my favorite new character. I love it.
God. I don't hate him. He's just not my new favorite.
Who's your new favorite? I mean, Kylo. Obviously,
it's so
Rey
hard
and
to decide.
Kylo.
It's so hard to decide.
I'm talking other than Rey and Kylo.
Finn.
Yeah. Oh, fuck you.
I love Finn. I think he's great.
I wish he would have killed himself.
Why?
Because it would have been an epic ending. I was watching it, and he was gonna do it. He was gonna make the fucking sacrifice. And then that bitch Rose comes out of nowhere.
No, I'm glad they got rid of her.
They didn't get rid of her. She's alive.
She alive?
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh yeah, she is alive. Fuck. Hope they get rid of her.
And then I love you so much. Fuck you, Rose.
Yeah.
You were the most useless character ever. Anyways, my hatred for Rose. He was so ready to do it, and I was so ready for him to fucking die, Dillon.
I like him.
It's okay, but I was ready for him to die.
I'm not.
Were you? When you were watching it, though, and he was doing it?
Oh, I was going to be really upset if he did.
I was going to be sad, but it made me... It was just yes. You know what I mean?
I guess. I don't know. I'm glad that they saved him.
I didn't like how they saved him.
I'll
say that.
I like how they did. I don't really like her monologue at the end of it. Shut up.
I just didn't... Rose bothered me.
No, she bothered me. She's an expendable character. But why
is it that this character bothered us?
It bothered everybody. It was a Disney input character. Stereotypical, let's make this a fun Disney character, and they put it in Star Wars, is what they did.
They just wanted to be politically correct and put somebody Asian in?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, they just took, some character, they just made a goody two-shoes character who, can be, the little person of the group, you know what I mean? The underdog, kind of the person that would normally stand out, the little guy.
I get that.
And I didn't really like that, personally.
Star Wars isn't about, being the behind-the-scenes person. It's always been about the person going...
That's not true. Rogue One.
What do you mean?
Rogue One was a very behind-the-scenes, set of characters.
Yes, but there's always this forefront. They were the reason we can destroy the Death Star. It was very important.
Rose is the reason Finn's still alive.
Thanks, Rose. Fucking up.
No, but that's the thing. It's the same idea. Instead, we just had a team of them. But they weren't all Disney characters in a way. You know what I mean? They weren't that stereotypical Disney character you find.
Yeah, Rose definitely was though.
Very much so. What do we got next?
Lando. So smooth.
I'm excited. I've been so ecstatic for Donald Glover as Lando since like the beginning. I remember when he was just kind of being fan casted as like Lando, and people were like, "Oh, this will never happen, but it'd be so fucking cool." And then it happened. You know what probably happened was the second he got fan casted for it, he's like, "I'm not letting this Spider-Man shit happen again. I'm making it happen."
I was literally about to bring up the Spider-Man thing.
Because that's what happened was they were like, "Nah, fuck, we're not like they thought about it. He was going to be cast as like a Peter Parker because Miles Morales wasn't a real thing then. He was going to be cast as Peter Parker.
I think he would have been a great Peter Parker.
Honestly, yeah. It would have been awesome. I would have totally been down with it.
Just like Michael B. Jordan was a great fucking Johnny Storm.
Yeah, he did good.
Like
the movie was bad. He was good.
He was the best part.
He was. He was the best part.
And I wasn't even upset that they made him black. I just wanted to be consistent. Why'd they make his sister white?
Yeah, they had, like, inconsistencies. Like, I guess they could be like, "Oh, he was adopted." But they don't even explain that. They don't even be like, "Oh, one's adopted. He was adopted. His sister was adopted." Like, they don't do any of that.
There's one line, I think.
Really?
I actually watched the awful movie one time.
Oh,
I'll never do it again.
No, I watched it once, and I decided I wasn't going to again.
Like, what the hell? We could make a better movie than that.
Oh, boy. Honestly, the 1990s one was probably a better movie than that.
Both of them were!
Yeah, both sets of movies.
Like, they were at least trying to be comic book accurate.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is they tried to take it a different route, comic book-wise. They tried to make it very much so the Marvel Ultimate Universe Fantastic Four.
I think
it didn't work.
See, and this is studios doing their shit again, too.
Yeah, they're like, "It's weird. I don't like it. Fix it."
And, well, you noticed in that movie that Sue's hair changes constantly?
Yep.
Between super platinum blonde and actually like a dye job. Because she came back for reshoots and reshot half that fucking movie.
Yeah, it's rough. I just know that things like that happening, like honestly, Donald Glover probably would have played a really good Peter Parker. For all we know, he could be Spider-Man to this day if it had happened.
Oh yeah, and he's in Spider-Man now. Still.
Yeah, I liked his, but I like his character in Spider-Man because he's the Prowler.
Oh,
there was actually supposed to be a deleted scene of Spider-Man: Homecoming where Donald Glover he got his hand stuck to the car hood, and he was going to be calling his nephew Miles and letting him know he was going to be late because in the comics, Miles Morales, one of the Spider-Man, his uncle's the Prowler. I know what
you're talking about. Yeah. Dude, I saw the footage, I think.
Oh god, that's fucking cool. I didn't see the footage, but I read about the scene being deleted.
I don't think he calls him. He calls somebody to tell him he's going to be late.
Oh, tell Miles I'm going to be late or something?
Like, tell my nephew I'm going to be late. And
I think he says Miles directly.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not 100%, but I know it was supposed to be, like, something for them true fans.
Yeah, and people who would have noticed.
And I love that, dude. Like, when they do real fan shit, like, don't you feel like, I don't know, does it make...
A deleted post-credits scene shows Aaron Davis still stuck to the car with Spider-Man's webbing. He calls his nephew Miles to say he'll be late.
Yeah.
They probably show, like, his phone and it says Miles. He probably doesn't say it, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm going to be late, blah, blah, blah." Like,
I think it would be a really cool way to make him in the Spider-Man verse with all the fan shit.
Yeah.
Like, how much people wanted him to actually just be Peter Parker. He's in it now.
He's in it now.
And now he's Lando. Like, Donald Glover's blowing up. And
he's casted as nerdy characters, because honestly, in all reality, Donald Glover's a nerdy fucking guy.
It's cool.
He geeks out hard on being Lando. It's probably the biggest dream come true for him.
Like, I was telling you earlier, when he knew that role was up, he went in there like it was the only role he ever wanted.
It was.
Like, he said, like, this is how he puts it. Went in there like it was the only role I ever wanted, and it truly was.
Yeah. I'm excited. I think it's going to be good. And honestly, I'll say, I think, just from the trailers, I think he does a better job acting as Lando than, what's the guy's name who's playing?
Billy.
Guy who's playing
Alden.
Han Solo. Yeah. Honestly,
I can't say his last name.
All I know is I think he does a better job acting his character than the character of, like, I'll just look up his fucking name.
It's Alden Ulrich or something like that.
Yeah. Alden... I'll just say it. I think Donald Glover does a good job acting as Lando than Alden does as Han Solo. Like, I'm not... No, fuck it. I'm not pronouncing that shit. What I'm saying is and I'm probably going to get a little hate for that, but honestly, I think a lot of it is the voice. Like, Donald Glover in the trailers puts up this Lando-type voice. Like, he has this...
Do you not think that guy grew up,
like,
just impersonating...
Yeah, pretending to be Lando because he was the black
Billy
guy?
D, just like... did you see the SNL? No. There's only a few of us black people in this whole universe. I don't know why.
No, but like that's the thing is like, and honestly, I think it's the voice. I just think Alden just doesn't sound like Han Solo.
No, he's not a genius.
No.
Like, and that, I guess that brings us to this whole "This Is America" thing. Like, everybody's like, "Oh my God, Donald Glover." Like, he's the most amazing person ever. And it's just like, where were you like 5 years ago?
Yeah, where were you in 2012 or in 2011 when he released his EP as Childish Gambino and then did his stand-up and then released his album and like, he did all this crazy shit and people were sleeping on him until, I want to say I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. That's when he started to like rise more in popularity, but now it's like people are going nuts over him. It's like you were late to the party, dude.
Yeah, he does Atlanta.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? Donald Glover's a fucking complicated person. He's an icon of mine, personally. Like, what he does is amazing as a human being.
Yeah.
He's a writer, a producer, a director, a actor, a comedian,
writer, actor, musician, comedian, producer, director. Yeah, he does it all.
And he has a line in one of his lines. One of his songs. Why does every black actor have to rap some? I don't know. All I know is I'm the best one.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Like, pure genius, right?
He's Simba in Lion King?
That's where I was about to go with this.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know he was Simba in Lion King.
Dude,
I'm excited for that.
The dude is just on another level. And I'm so happy for him. He was so depressed for a little bit. That's why he left Community.
Yeah, he was having a rough time.
And, like, in even one of his songs, he talks about how his mom's like, why'd you gotta go leave a good job?
Because he wanted to.
Because he wasn't happy.
He can do what he wants.
Dude's a genius. You haven't seen Atlanta, right?
Nope. I should. But, you know.
Atlanta's so good, dude. Like, on another... Like, you've seen Louis?
Some of it, not all of it.
It's not... It is what it is. It's a black version of Louis.
Oh yeah, you were telling me this. Okay.
Like, and I personally think that's ultimately what Donald Glover doesn't have a problem with, like, the whole issue here. And he's willing to face the facts. And that's what coming to This Is America was.
I just love his attitude towards it. Like, he expresses this, but he also, like, when people ask him to break it down, he's like, no, I'm not taking a stand on this. This isn't my place to do it. This is me giving you guys something to interpret.
I gave my art.
Yeah.
Like, you deal with it. And if you can't handle it, that's on you. And I loved it. Like, This Is America made me feel so many different emotions. Like, the first time I watched it, I couldn't take my eyes off his dancing.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
you find something new every time.
Yeah, and I think it's honestly, when it gets down to it, regardless how you break it down on the backgrounds or anything, America is just distracted at this point.
Yeah, that was a big arc in his in the story. There was America's like entertainment is kind of distracting America from a lot of like problems that are going on, and
we can just sweep them away, regardless of how it made you feel or who's responsible. Right. It was just like, we are distracted, and we're happy with being distracted. Now watch me dance.
Yeah.
And he hates it. Anyways, Donald Glover rant, right?
What else we got? We got
Emilia Clarke's character, I think, is going to end up being evil.
Do you think she's going to end up being always been evil the whole time, or do you think she's going to turn at the end?
I think that she is given a offer she can't deny.
Okay.
Does that, like...
No, I get it.
She goes in with good intentions, but she's out for herself the whole time.
No, that makes sense.
Regardless, like, she has half loyalty.
I could see it.
Like, she likes these people, but if it comes down to it, she's going to get hers.
I think so, yeah.
And I was talking about this earlier. My theory about this is I watched a commercial. It had a Chewie blaster for Nerf. It had a Han Solo blaster for Nerf. And then it had a Korra blaster for Nerf.
Yes.
Emilia Clarke is at the height of her career. She's the fucking Game of Thrones Daenerys. Yeah. And why wouldn't they make a blaster for her character?
She might not really use one too much.
Yeah, maybe. That I actually didn't think of that.
Like, it's true. Like, I didn't see her using one much in the trailers.
But toys are toys.
Yeah, they reveal more than you think.
They would want to capitalize on a character like that.
Yeah.
If they were a good person and the actress that's doing it.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, and they went with a lesser character that's not featured in the trailers very much. That's a lesser actress. Why?
Right.
Because I feel like it'll be a thing where this Korra tells Han not to trust her. Mm-hmm. And Han trusts her anyways. Mm-hmm. Because he's a damn scoundrel fool. Which, that's who Han is.
Right.
And then Korra ends up saving Han from her and Paul Bettany's character.
Yeah. I could see that.
And
I'd put money on that theory.
I was right about Spider-Man.
What about Spider-Man?
How he got the Iron Spider suit, remember?
Yeah.
I called it.
You did call it.
I got an eye for some of these things. Let's see. I'm 1 for 1 now.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
Theory 1 for 1. I'll claim one every time we review something.
Okay.
First one, Deadpool 2. Juggernaut's in it.
Okay, yeah.
I'll
agree with that one.
That's my first theory.
I'll 98% agree on that one.
Second one, I think Emilia Clarke's character ends up being on the other end of it all.
Okay.
Like, she ends up
I'm definitely
being a good guy.
I'm 60-40 on that one. Maybe 70-30. So
I'm 1 for 1. Spider-Man got the Iron Spider suit how I said it was going to happen before it came out.
Yep.
Trailer. So fell off it. I was like, Tony's going to shoot it up to him, and it's just going to grab onto him, and he's going to become the Iron Spider.
Yeah.
Last thing, though. Kessel Run. They're doing it, right? They're going to finally... So I think this is the thing that Star Wars movies are doing with these little movies. They're answering plot holes.
Yeah.
So Rogue One was a plot hole fill.
Yeah.
That whole movie was based on explaining why it was so easy to destroy the Death Star.
Yeah.
That was the purpose of the movie when you get down to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do we make this movie? So we explain the little vent that Luke could shoot into.
Yeah.
So what's this one? The Kessel Run plot hole?
What's the Kessel Run?
The parsecs.
Okay, you're going to speak English.
So
it's been a long minute, dude.
Okay. So Han Solo, I believe, did the Kessel Run in 10 parsecs.
Yes.
Parsecs is distance. It is not time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real, word that we use.
Yeah.
So when he boasted about it, it came off as time in the movie. When he talks to Obi-Wan and Luke,
Okay.
he's like, the Millennium Falcon did the Kessel Run in 10 parsecs. So I actually think this whole movie, the plot hole they're fixing is he was never talking about distance. Or he was only talking about distance.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Kessel Run is so dangerous that you can't make it in a certain amount of distance without putting yourself in so much danger.
That would make sense. It's like those video games that are not get to the finish line. It's how far can you make it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, so
the Kessel Run is like
dangerous.
It's just a dangerous thing, and 10 parsecs is the distance he made.
Like, he went through it and went through 10 parsecs, and that's all it took. He went straight through, and that's the most dangerous part of it all.
That's such a small plot hole to fill with, like,
but
a whole movie. That's so much. That's extra as fuck.
I mean, but that's what they did with Rogue One.
Yeah, I guess so, but like
the whole movie stemmed on making the Death Star destroyable.
Yeah, but this is the Millennium Falcon. That's all.
So we're finding out how he gets it and how he does the Kessel Run.
That's fair. Okay, I could fuck with that. That's fair.
And then the plot hole is everybody was like, when the whole like parsecs thing came out, everybody was just like, what the fuck? So you gotta fix it. It's one of the huge things everybody talks about, just like the Death Star.
Yeah.
Like, why was there this shaft?
Mm-hmm.
Why? It's the hugest plot hole in one of the best movies ever.
Yeah. And
they fixed it. You know why now.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
So why did Han Solo say parsecs instead of a time? Well, they're about to fix it.
I can see it.
It's one of the biggest questions that real Star Wars fans ask. I wouldn't be surprised if that's how they went into writing. What's the question the biggest fans ask?
I think it was probably more of a convenience thing. They're like, oh, we could fix this problem with this movie.
No, but see, you have to ask yourself, what are the problems?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're doing. Like, they're literally just going into a room and being like, what are the biggest questions that real fans ask? And let's fix them.
Yeah. I could see it.
That's what they've done with Rogue One and hopefully Han Solo. But I think there's two. Okay, I got two. Emilia Clarke's character is going to be evil.
Okay.
And then, not evil, but
like
side wrong.
Antagonist.
Like, she's going to get an ultimatum where she chooses herself.
Yeah.
And Han Solo is going to get bitter from that.
Yeah.
And that's why he becomes who he is.
And
he doesn't want to trust anybody.
Yeah.
And then I bet you she calls him a hero. You don't want to say it, but I know what you are. And I bet you she says it, and now he never wants to be called it again.
Yeah.
Like,
it'd be a good setup for, like, the movies that have already happened.
That's what Star Wars does.
Yeah.
Isn't it? They're great at it, too.
Yeah.
The callbacks.
I love the callbacks.
Oh, how amazing would it be if he tells her, I love you?
She's like, I know. That'd be good.
Would you clap? I might clap.
I would cheer. I'd be like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh.
I'd go, yes!
Like, oh my god. What up, Lucasfilms? Help you out.
That'd be really cool.
But I think that it's going to be that, and then they're going to answer the Kessel Run parsecs. They got to.
Yeah,
that's going to be the plot hole.
I'm sure it'll be answered.
Like, why else do you make this movie? Flesh out the character.
I don't think you make the movie for the that purpose, but I think you definitely like add that in there.
I'm not saying they're making it for the purpose, but when you went to the storyboard, have you ever like went to go write a story, and then you make a circle around like a subject, then web?
Yeah.
Kessel Run was probably in the middle.
I don't know if it's in the middle. I would say it's in there. I would say that in the middle was probably Han Solo.
Okay, the number one thing then.
I don't think it was the number one thing. I can't.
Really?
You can't convince
What is it?
Yeah, I can't convince me of that.
Then?
Just how he became Han Solo, like how he became who we know.
But what's
how
the
he met
first?
Chewie?
What's the first thing he brags about?
I mean, yes, but I don't think that's where it comes from. I don't think...
I'm super psyched about the Chewie thing, though.
I am excited about the Chewie thing.
100 or 1,000 or
190 years old? You look great. See, that doesn't sound like a Han Solo thing to me. That's why I'm, like, kind of pissed. But also, he might be more broody in the way he normally is by the end of the movie.
I think when we're going to go see it, right?
Yeah, we're seeing that.
Like, no way we're not. Your dad can come with us, but Sunday nights we need to go see these new movies and review them.
We do,
and just be like spoiler, 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 and that's how we're gonna get like people
getting them going.
Yeah, get you people listening to all our fun stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm super psyched. Kenobi next. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that.
Oh, now.
No, like.
Oh.
Like, that's after they do 9.
Yeah.
They're doing Kenobi.
I'm pretty sure.
And then where? Like, I heard they're done. Like, do you think
supposed to be a new trilogy?
With Rian Johnson.
Yeah. But I think it's going to not relate to these characters.
I heard that too.
I think it's going to be like another spin-off deal.
Dude,
because like these characters, it's passing the torch, whereas the next set of characters will probably just be unrelated and like fun in their own way.
That's a crazy thought to have that person right now take control of a trilogy and have that promise to him. Because I'm going to say it, episode 8 was not received well.
Wasn't received well, but I loved it.
It made money. Like, it wasn't like a bust. Like,
not by any means.
But I'm not talking my personal feelings. Some people,
it was very hit or miss.
Like, people did not like it.
Some people loved it though. It was hit or miss.
I'm one of the people that loved it.
I don't think it was everybody hated it. I think it was very 50-50.
I will say this, the people that say it's worse than the prequels are fucking nuts.
Yeah, those people are idiots.
Like, what the fuck are you thinking, man? Like, yeah, so what? Luke had a question. Like, that's how he was always, like, intended to be. George Lucas toyed with making him dark.
Yeah.
He questioned himself. That was always his struggle.
Yeah.
And he questioned himself and made the right decision. And Ben couldn't get over it.
You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain in a way. And then he didn't even do that, but like in a way, you know, he
contemplated.
Yeah, he was on.
But he made the right decision, like Luke Skywalker would.
Because I think it's dumb because people think about that and they're like, he would never do that. Well, he almost did in Return of the Jedi.
Right?
Like, it's just a parallel thing going on. Like, he's
always been battling with this.
Yeah.
Like, that's been the whole struggle. Be dark or be light.
Yeah.
And, God, can they just answer the... I think it would be so amazing if they were just like, you need to be both.
That would be cool.
That's...
By the end.
That's my theory for 9.
I would like that. And
I want Rey to be Luke's daughter. But I want Rey and Kylo to be together.
So you want some sick shit going on?
No. I mean,
you're like, I don't want both at once. I just want one or the other.
Yeah, like I'd be satisfied with either. But I saw the leak recently.
What?
I guess after Snoke's gone, Kylo and Rey constantly have a link.
That'd be cool.
And she resents how much she cares about him.
Oh boy, do I feel bad.
But isn't that... Oh!
No, I like that. I think that'd be good.
Like...
She's just a genuinely good person.
I hope J.J. Abrams knocks this out of the fucking parks. He's been doing such a good job on everything he does.
Yeah.
I like Star Trek because of him.
Never the biggest Star Trek fan.
Nope, me either.
Not even the new ones.
Really?
Yeah.
They're
alright.
I love that Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan.
No.
Yeah. But there's
Solo.
huge plot hole in that one.
I don't remember it.
Don't worry about it. Solo. Kessel
Solo.
Run. I think that it's going to be great.
I think it's going to be really good.
Lando movie?
I would watch a Lando movie.
I think with where Donald Glover is right now in his career, with This Is America...
I think even if it goes good or bad, the Solo movie, I think he could get them to do a Lando movie.
This Is America, Atlanta,
yeah,
and he's going to be Simba.
Yeah, his career is getting lit up.
Yeah, and shame on all of you
who slept on him in 2012.
Like, slept on him hard.
Yeah.
Fucking genius.
6 years ago.
Like,
even 2011 when his EP released.
Dude, Bonfire, Sweatpants. I get down to Sweatpants.
That was on 2014's Because the Internet.
Like, Sweatpants was... Don't be mad, because I'm doing me better than you're doing you. Holy shit.
Heartbeat was always my favorite.
Ooh, Heartbeat.
That one was good.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome if they found a way to put a Childish Gambino song in Solo, somehow.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if he did a song.
I'd love it if they did.
Have you ever heard Childish Gambino, somebody mixed it with 21 Pilots?
Yeah, it was weird.
I liked it. Heartbeat?
I don't know. 21 Pilots hit a weird spot for me.
Alright, let's kick this off, though. Or end this off with that sweet news.
What?
Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah. I have to pee again.
God damn it, Dillon.
Dude, I drank a lot of tea.
It's good for your health.
It is.
I understand. So, Rick and Morty. I was so pissed. I was just like, I couldn't believe they weren't going to renew it. Like, I was just like, what the fuck are they thinking? Like, you're not going to... Rick and Morty has just been on a whole nother level of pop culture that people love it. It's in every window. Hot Topic. You got Spencer's. You got Box Lunch. Like, it's everywhere. People theorize about this. I do. Like, I have so many theories about what's going on in Rick and Morty. I don't even think the last episode we saw in season 3 was actually a timeline episode. I think they just didn't tell you that was the first ever episode of how C-130, or, god damn it, where the Rick that we watch all the time actually ended up in the universe of the Morty and family that we watch. Because he talks about how he never got to see... He only showed up back in the family after Morty was a certain age. But then the evil Rick that evil Morty was controlling showed him footage of his memories of a baby Morty. So I think this Rick has been jumping around and 70 episodes, Dylan.
It's funny because like they did a weird loose like main storyline in Rick and Morty, like within those 3 seasons. A lot of it correlating to like them introducing us to the idea of Rick and Morty, and then them introducing us to evil Morty, and then like us getting the idea that maybe this Rick, I guess the idea that Rick has bounced around before, and then we get evil Morty, who I've always theorized that evil Morty is our Rick's original Morty, and that the Morty we have now is probably Rick's, like, third or fourth Morty.
I'm with that.
Like, he's probably had a couple Mortys, but I think one of them is still alive, and it's evil Morty.
Yeah.
And,
well, and then my theory about that is I think they show that in the opening credits. Because there's one episode where Rick tells Morty that he has put, like, implants in him that will come about when he gets in a stressful situation so he can't get harmed.
oh, yeah.
And he turns into, like, a car, I think.
Yes.
Well, in the opening scene, like the credits,
Yeah.
Rick jumps down a hole and you see a Morty get eaten alive by...
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about this a long time ago.
And I think that might be one of his Mortys, but I don't know where Evil Morty comes from exactly. Because that last episode, you got this fisherman Rick that shows up in place of the Rick we were just watching that was totally, the main Rick that we always watch. And then another one shows up.
See, my deal with it is I think that this is our Morty's second Rick. Because you remember Rick went away for like some odd years and then came back. And they were in the first episode they reference it. They're like, "Oh, Rick, we're so glad you're back from so long ago, blah blah blah. He abandoned Beth or whatever."
Yeah, but he never saw Morty.
Yes, he never saw Morty, but in some timelines he did. So like this Rick, when his memories got hijacked by that evil Morty. Yeah, so he's probably showing him himself. That evil Morty is showing him. But I want to know, we can almost confirm that is true, to be quite honest, but I want to know, like, what went differently between these two Ricks, or I guess these two Mortys. When did this Rick abandon Morty because he was becoming like him, and then he hijacked this Morty's Rick, let him go away for a few years, let Morty grow up, kind of dumb, let him grow up kind of dumb, and then enters his life?
I think that it's ultimately maybe like a little bit of that. Like, it was better to enter a Morty's life a little bit later
Then
instead of like in the beginning when you like teach a child in their most like comprehensive years where they're taking in so much stuff that they don't even know.
Teach him to be a fucking asshole like you know?
Oh, and then that goes with the theory of the whole last episode of season 3.
Yeah.
Like, he was with this Morty always, and then he wanted to become his own self because he was in his life a little too early.
Yeah.
And taught him to be strong like him. So he went to a universe that had a weaker Morty that didn't have a Rick.
One whose Rick ran away or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I like that. I think that'd be good.
But I think that maybe the last episode of season 3 was the first episode in the timeline.
I'm still like hit or miss on that. Like, I want it to be true, but there's a few things about it that still get to me.
I'm not 100%. Like, I'm throwing this out there. Like it when I watch it with that mindset, it makes a lot of sense though.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm watching it, I'm just like, oh, this is the first ever...
Because it does feel like it's not fitting in with...
anything.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit in with with the third season, to be honest.
It's, like, random.
Oh, yeah?
And then you got Fisherman Rick showing up. And what the fuck is that?
Yeah, that was weird.
That's my big one.
But here's the deal that I'm wondering about is, like, we have this progression. That's what I was getting to, was we have this progression.
Yeah.
We're going to eventually learn what's up with Evil Morty, but are we going to do that over the 70 episodes? Because Rick and Morty does a very, very, like, slow, loose storyline. Are they going to do that and make us, at the 70th episode, we find out? Or is it going to be, like, a process where, like, they find out, they defeat Evil Morty, and then it's, like, Morty being able to trust Rick again? Or what is it, you know?
I think that this... Okay, 2 theories. It can go good or bad.
Okay.
I think that the process that they were doing, like, on just being season to season helped them do their process the way that they wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were never looking at a bigger picture necessarily. They were just leaving Easter eggs.
Yeah.
And it can turn into them being concerned with actually getting a big picture.
Well, that's the thing, is the second Evil Morty took over the Citadel of Ricks.
Exactly.
Like, that's when it had to become a big picture.
And they laid that... they were kind of... With that, they were kind of saying, we're ready. Let's
make a story.
Like, we set the groundwork.
Like, we set it up for success or failure. Either way, it didn't matter. But now it's set up for success.
But now, the good way that it could be... That's the bad way. It's a different process of storytelling that they haven't been doing. So now... And that could be difficult. But then, they have set it up in a good way, where people are so theorized, things like that, and they can actually look to a bigger picture and lay all of it out.
Like a map.
Like, they know they have 70 episodes.
Yeah.
So, they can tell...
Because 70 is very specific to ask for.
7 seasons.
Yeah.
That
way we'll have 10 seasons of Rick and Morty.
That's okay.
And honestly, like, that means 7 more years, possibly more. It's like, that's nuts. Like, they probably are going to have to start, like, doing, like, the show consistently. Like, I don't think they'll take many breaks.
No, and I think what they should do is just pump it out.
That's what I was thinking.
And then release it when they want. Be done with it. Like, get the story out, film it.
I think they'll do a good amount, and then they'll release it, and then they'll keep doing more, and then release it. But, like, I don't think they're going to get all 70 done, and then release them.
But I say record 2 seasons at a time.
That's what I'm thinking they'll end up doing.
But
that way they can have a break if they want.
Yeah, and then you release the two seasons over 2 years, and you get a year off.
Yeah.
Then you come back fresh.
For a year, do 2 more seasons, bust it out, you know.
And then you get a year off.
Yeah.
But I'm really hoping that they'll do 12 episode seasons.
Make it like 5 or something.
Yeah. I love Rick and Morty too much. And good call in Adult Swim. I think it was a good play by Doug Harmon and Josh... Dan Harmon and Justin
Roiland, Dan Harmon. Doug Harmon and Josh Roiland.
That great state of Washington.
What? Oh. No. Dan Harmon, Justin Roiland.
Yeah. Good play on them, though.
Yeah.
Like,
they played it smart.
They didn't take the first deal that was offered.
No, they probably were like, no, we want what we want, and we'll wait. And then fans backlash at it, and they're like, well, we have to give them what they want.
Well, and I heard the reason they actually gave them what they wanted is people that, like, buy commercial ads. There was a event coming up where networks sell their TV shows.
Oh, yeah.
So they didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
What? I came here to promote on Rick and Morty. Wait, you don't have a new season of Rick and Morty?
Right.
Fuck you, I don't want to promote on your TV channel now.
Yeah.
And Adult Swim was just like...
Well, shit, I guess we gotta do it.
Biggest revenue. They can get anybody to...
It's like, why did they sleep on it to begin with?
They were just... You gotta try, you playing the game, dude.
Yeah.
Life's a game.
I fucking hate games.
Like, if you didn't have to pay them So if you throw this deal out there like, hey, 1 more season for this price, and they say yes...
But you're like, we want 70 episodes, and they're like, no. And you're like, okay, fine, no more then. They gave an ultimatum, and then eventually they had to meet it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. Maybe it was like eight seasons, and they were like 7.
Yeah, they compromised or something.
But what the...
I wish you happened more.
What the fuck was Adult Swim even thinking? You hand them the keys.
Yeah.
Right?
Honestly, Rick and Morty was probably one of the biggest things of last year. And this year, honestly. Even this year, with it not really being on as much as it was, like...
People are... they love speculating. And then when they came out and was like, any theory could be right because there's tons of dimensions, and so everybody's right.
I think they weren't like any theory could be right. They're like every theory's right.
Yeah.
There's some dimension where that happens.
It was just like, oh my god, this is a show made for fucking fans.
Oh, it definitely is.
And I suck it up, man. Like, Rick and Morty.
Ooh. Oh, lockjaw.
I've never had that.
Oh, I hate it.
Talking too much.
Oh. Yeah.
Holy shit, man. Are we going on 2 hours?
Yeah.
Well, I think we should wrap this up.
Probably.
It was pretty good. I mean, we got that Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2, Han
We
Solo.
expect good things from both Han and Wade.
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds. Fuck yeah. Glad he's got a win.
Yeah.
That Dave and Beckham commercial destroyed him.
Yeah. I love that commercial.
If you guys have not seen that, you need to look that one up. He... Green Lantern. And I think Alden Eldritch... I said it.
Nice.
Yeah, I got it out. And Donald Glover are going to be amazing Han Solo.
Yeah, they're going to do good.
The last question. Who's Woody Harrelson in Venom? Because he's in Solo. He is untied. Like, he does not have...
Carnage.
He has to be, right?
Yeah, no, he's been rumored for it for a while.
Yeah, I think he'd be good as Cassidy.
Yeah, no. Let's see. Is he actually in? Oh, he is. Yeah, he's definitely playing Carnage.
Right?
Yeah.
Who else?
There's no other character he.
Who else does he play?
No one else.
Right.
He can't play anyone else.
But sign me up. Tom Hardy, Woody Harrelson. I'm game.
Dude, you want to know Karen Mahagonin or whatever, who plays Jerome and Jeremiah on Gotham, the version of the Joker?
Yeah.
People wanted him for Carnage. I would have been down with that.
Yes, but
Woody Harrelson's perfect, but I would have been down for him too.
Yeah, that's a hard one. You can't. Yeah, have you seen him in?
Shameless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen him on Gotham recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I was offered a role like that again, like after what he's playing on Shameless, or did play on Shameless, to what he's playing as...
Or Gotham.
Gotham, which they're not allowed to call him Joker.
No, they straight up have not. They've avoided the name completely.
I didn't read the article, but there's actually a reason.
A reason?
Like, they're not allowed to.
Yeah, they're not allowed to.
But...
That's why they use Jerome, Jeremiah, or just things similar.
But I would avoid those roles at this point.
One's like...
Weird and like you did a good job, but don't get type. Don't get typecast.
He loves playing this version of the Joker, though. He was totally down for Carnage, but like he was like, yeah, fuck it. Like he loves this. He loves what he's doing on Gotham.
I'm just saying the next role he takes should be
something different.
Yeah, spread your wings. Like,
he can do it.
Oh, I'm sure. That's why I'm like, don't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you've seen that in movie or actors before.
Michael Cera.
Right? Like,
but I love a typecasted character doing what they do best.
Yeah. He let Jesse Eisenberg take his fucking spotlight. He could have been Lex Luthor.
Oh, yeah. God, no.
You remember when they both came out and they were basically the same
person? Yeah.
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 Michael Cera and Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah, no, they're the same person.
And now Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Confused for each other a lot. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, we think he's playing Carnage.
I think so. You don't cast Woody Harrelson
unless it's a big role.
And what's he taking that's not a big role?
Yeah,
he's Han Solo's mentor.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Rick and Morty's going to be great.
Yeah.
Good nerd stuff coming out. I think you can join us maybe Sunday night.
Yeah.
Or Monday morning when we review Deadpool. And maybe we should come up with a consequence if I'm wrong on some of these theories. Like my Deadpool 2 theory.
If you're wrong.
Like, Juggernaut shows up.
Say he doesn't, you have a consequence?
Yeah, that could be fun.
I'm sure we'll think of something. I don't know what, though.
I don't know. It can be fun, though. Well, follow me on Twitter at mayhem_Ren. We'll see you next time.
And you can follow me at R2Dillon.
And this was the NerdPoint Show. Thanks for joining.